and I just paid my bills. I get a notification talking about your bills are ready to be viewed. The bills that I just paid, they're due again.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Beef with my little sister's car. Let's talk about it. Also, I just want to preface this video by saying, yes, I'm ruthless and toothless because I don't have a car. I haven't had a car in like 2.5 years. And I'll tell you why, because it just sounds like I'm a bum, but I swear it's not that. I was working in New York City, and if you know anything about New York City, you don't need a fucking car. And I was commuting, and I had an overnight shift. So like by the time I got home, I was so dead and tired that I did not need a car because I wasn't going anywhere. My ass was asleep. Second of all, now I work from home. And now I don't need a car because for 8 hours of the day, I am sat behind a desk. My ass is sat down behind a desk for 8 hours of a day. 8 hours of the day, every day. That's why I don't have a car now. But also, too, what I'm going to explain is also why I don't have a car. So anyway, my sister, she got a brand new car. Live, laugh, love. That for her. I'm excited for her. Love that for her. She always talks about how she loves her new car. And she loves that she has Apple CarPlay. She loves that it's reliable. All the things. She loves everything about the car, okay? And I'm like, perfect. I love that for you. Anyway, she's talking to me about the car. She's like, I love it. I love it. I love it. Later in the day, she's like planning a trip. Okay. She's planning a trip. And she goes, oh, like, I just have to find a cheap flight. I have to find a Spirit Airlines flight so that I can save a little bit of coin because I have my car payment. And like, I'm really worried about not making my car payment. So I have to fly Spirit. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, there it is. There it is right there. There it is, bitch. There it is. You didn't get it because you saw her brand new shiny car and you're like, I'm so jealous. I wish that I had a brand new shiny car. And you saw her using Apple CarPlay. And you're like, I wish I had Apple CarPlay. I wish I had Apple CarPlay. But there it is right there. There it is right there. She's worried about that car note. She is worried about that car note because, bitch, it's a pretty fucking penny. It's a pretty penny. It is. It is. It is. It's giving like in the hundreds a month. Hundreds. I don't want to put her business out there like that, even though I'm like low-key putting her business out there. I don't want to put her business out there like how much the car payment itself is, but it really is, you know, it really is a pretty fucking penny. And I'm like, there it is. No matter how much I don't want to be driving a beat-up car, no matter how much my brakes squeak when I turn, no matter how much the car shakes randomly, look, it is not worth that headache. It is not worth that car note. It is not worth me having to fly Spirit Airlines to save the coins so that at the end of the month I can pay my car note. It's not worth it. And if you're watching this and you're like, I'm so jealous, my friends got the Audis, my friends got the brand new Jeeps, my friends got the brand new RAV4s, and I'm sitting here and my car's barely making it, bitch, barely making it. You know what? Count your lucky fucking stars, bitch, because you'll be able to book that American Airlines flight, that United flight, instead of the Spirit flight. In all honesty, my sister, if you're watching this, congratulations, bitch. You're really doing the damn thing. Because here I am, ruthless, toothless, and carless, talking a lot of shit on the internet. But for the girly pops that are like, oh, my friends have such nice cars. I don't have a nice car. I'm driving a beater. You know what you also don't have, bitch? That fucking car note. That crazy car note. They are out here taking advantage of y'all. They are literally taking advantage of y'all. They are. They are. The end.
Hey, who wants to know why I'm fucking so mad that I am shaking right now and my husband is at the gas station buying me a bottle of vodka? Well, the answer is it's Progressive auto insurance, because fuck you guys, okay? So last month we got a new car, we got our new insurance and everything. We paid the $300 deposit or whatever it is, and they tell us, hey, we're going to be sending you some forms. You have to fill them out and mail them back in. Cool, awesome. We get the forms, mail them back in. That was like 1 to 2 weeks ago that we did that. I go to sign in just now to pay our monthly balance, and our policy has been canceled, which also puts us at risk of getting our car fucking repossessed. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I start a chat. This bitch named Karen gets in the chat, and Karen, if you see this, is on fucking site cunt. She tells me that they never got the forms. I'm like, well, we sent them. She said, well, there's nothing we can do to reinstate the policy other than start you a new quote, which means I'm going to have to pay another $300 and everything on top of it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't do anything else? Because we just paid this and I mailed them. Why can't you just send me like an e-document to sign or even mail me another form? She says, no, sorry, sends me some bullshit explanation about prorates and then ends the fucking chat.
Also, why did stuff wait until I got grown to get expensive? Like, this is not fair. This is a scam. This is a con I fear. Like, I'm going to be moving in the next couple years. I have $1,000 mortgage, but I'm probably going to be renting at that time. Why is rent $1,800? $2,000? A 2012 $500 rent would go crazy. A 10-piece nugget from McDonald's was like $5, $6 back in the day. I just paid 10. 10, that's double. Matter of fact, scratch that. You could go to McDonald's with $3 back in 2010 and leave full. McDouble, McChicken, small fry, or McChicken, small fry, a drink. Ain't no more dollar menu. It's a value menu now. Ain't no more Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 in there. To call it Dollar Tree is misleading. That's false advertisement. As a matter of fact, let me get a lawyer, because this gotta be a...
You know what? Bill collectors really have the audacity, because why are you reaching out to me the weekend between Christmas and New Year's? Like, why are you reaching out to me on a Saturday or Sunday? Do you have a life? On a Monday? Really? We all just woke up and got to work? Are you serious? Groundhog's Day? Have you no damn shame?
So am I the only one that pay bills and then like probably a week later it's like the same bill is about to be due again? Like, why is bills due every month? Why the fuck aren't they due every 5, 6, 7 months? Like, who wants to pay a bill every month? Tell me. Like,
Now, what I'm about to say may piss a lot of landlords off, but I don't really care at all. But I'm going to read to y'all the qualifications that this person wants for this house. And it ain't an amazing ass house. We're not talking about anything super expensive. The rent, like I said, is $16.95, $40 application fee per adult. They want you to make 3.5 times the rent. Standard, for whatever reason, is 3 times the rent. When majority of Americans don't even make 3 times a $1,600 a month rent. I don't know where people just get up and be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna make this a national standard that people have to make 3 times the rent amount. Majority of people can afford 2 times the rent on a specific basic home like this. But this person is going even further. They don't want you to have 3 times the rent. They want you to have 3.5 times the rent. They want the last 2 years of your W-2s, the last 3 months of your check stub, driver's license or ID, social security card. They want you to make 2 months worth of rent as your security deposit before you even move in, and you have to have a credit score of at least a 670. I'm trying to tell you off the bat, that disqualifies so many people from being able to be in a home that is decent. Let's add that up, why don't we? Off the rip, you have to pay first month's rent, $16.95. You have to pay $40 application fee per adult, and let's just say the standard adult is 2 adults, right? You have to pay, if you have a pet, which majority of people in Houston do have pets, dogs, it's a $250 non-refundable fee per pet. So let's just say you have a pet. We're going to add that up. And then you have to make 2 months of the rent to equal the amount of the security deposit. So that's $16.95 times 2. All right. And on top of that, we're not even talking about your utilities and all the things that you have set up. They want you to have rental insurance before you move in. Standard rental insurance is probably about $25 a month. Let's just say that. Before you can even move into this house, sitting in a savings account somewhere or just idle money, you already got to come off of this amount of money. I don't know at what point we stop being human, though. Even as an investor and a landlord, at what point did we stop being human and we say money trumps everything, including people? I don't get it.
Y'all, I'm convinced that Whole Foods is the Antichrist. I stopped in to grab a couple of things. And would you know that my bill came out to $90? I'm gonna show you exactly what I got. I got some kettle dill pickle chips because I'm a little fatty. 1 tomato, some broccolini, probiotics because when you need to go and you can't, cherries, 1 red potato, 1 jalapeno, 1 lemon, a bag of carrots, some probiotic drink, a piece of salmon, a kind protein bar, some limoncello LaCroix, because it's delicious, and, oh, this is probably what did it. This goddamn avocado. They're so expensive. It's expensive to eat out. It's expensive to eat in. What do they all want us to do? Wither away into nothingness? No, that's what we have Ozempic for. Y'all, I'm gonna run around with a piece of sage around the whole Whole Foods market because you got me up.
My mortgage went up $1,000 and I am not okay. So let me tell you guys, for the longest time, people be screaming from the hilltop, home ownership is not it. Like, don't rush, don't rush. And I will just be like, I don't understand it because I'm literally chilling. Like, cheaper than rent. I was bamboozled. So let me tell y'all what they do not tell y'all about real estate. So they do an analysis every year from, at least with the mortgage that I got, right? And so they did an analysis and basically my mortgage increased by $1,000. And I asked them why. And they were like, something about my house is a new build. And so I guess they charged me for the taxes when it was just the land for 2 years. Then after year 2, they add the taxes with the house actually on it. And they were like, yeah, your builder is supposed to tell you. They didn't. They didn't. And so I asked them, can I sell the house? And they were like, there's no equity in it. You guys see me smiling, but come next month, I'm literally going to be in tears because $1,000 extra a month, I legit want to move back home and live with my parents. But I don't have that option. I'm sick. Like, I'm sick. Honestly, don't buy a house if you're single. Like, buy a house when there's 2 incomes coming in because, baby, you gonna need it.
You know what will never make sense to me? Nigerian parents wanting you to get a degree that they're not even paying for. So context. I'm Nigerian. My dad wants me to go to law school. I convinced myself that I wanted to go to law school, even though I already have 2 Ivy League degrees. Yes, two. And because I've been focused on my art, my business, my books, I'm an author as well. And doing well, like, honestly, I've been doing shows, I've been giving lectures and stuff, like, it's been lit, and it's just 1 year in. But I think it's like, when they don't see the vision, they're like, nope, you need another degree. But my thing is like, degrees are not gonna save Black women in this country. Like, degrees don't magically get you into the little white boys club. Like, look at Kamala Harris, look at her. She's still fighting for her life in this election, and she has all the degrees.
LOL, let me know when we can stop paying bills. And I'm not LOLing anymore. Like, genuinely, let me know when we can stop paying bills because I'm tired. Because you mean to tell me every single month somebody got their hand out because I got to pay them for a bill? And I remember being a kid and telling my mom, I can't wait till I'm an adult. And part of the reason why is because I used to watch my parents stay up late at night when it was time for me to go to bed, and they'll be eating fast food and watching movies that I wasn't supposed to be watching as a kid, and I was so envious of that. I thought as an adult, that's what an adult was. You get to stay up and do stuff that you want to do because they're adults. They can do what they want. What they didn't tell me as a kid is that life looks like this as an adult, and if I would have known, I wouldn't have rushed to grow up so fast. Because adulthood is just that. It's the hood. It's ghetto. It's not for me. I want to clock out. I'm finished and I'm done. I'm done.
Did y'all know that we have 80 plus welfare programs in this country? 80 plus. We spend trillions of dollars every single year on the issue of poverty. And what do we get for it? We still got a lot of poverty. We got a lot more poverty than a lot of countries that have incomes 40, 50% lower than we do on average. Level with me for a second. What is a poor person? What is a poor person? It is a person that doesn't have enough money. If you give a poor person $40,000, are they poor anymore? No. So being poor is not having enough money. It is a simple issue. Now, you think a simple issue as not having enough money would have a simple solution. If people don't have enough money, give them more money. Just give them more money. If you don't have enough money, we're going to fix that problem by making sure you do have enough money. But that's not what we do. This is America, for Christ's sake. What do? We say, we're going to give you stuff. And we're going to give you the stuff the government decides. And in order to get that stuff, you're going to have to fill out a different application for all the different kinds of stuff we want to give. Oh, food stamps. That's going to be food-specific money. But it's not food-specific money you can spend on any kind of food. You can't buy a whole variety of foods with it. It's going to be a specific selection of food. Yeah, that's a good way to solve this problem. But wait a minute. You got to pay for more things than food. So what are we going to do then? Well, we're going to subsidize housing. How are we going to subsidize it? Multiple ways. We're going to have property tax abatements. Then we're going to have a low-income housing tax credit. Then we're going to have rental subsidies. And we're going to allow you to deduct your rent from your taxes. And you might live in public housing. Oh, we're also going to have housing vouchers. My God. Oh, also, you probably need a phone. I mean, everybody needs a basic phone, so we have some free phone programs. Yeah, that's the thing, too. We've decided that instead of giving you what you really need, which is money, so that you can be enabled to go get the things that you need, we're going to have a huge bureaucracy of different programs. And what is the result? The result is so much of the money that we're spending is burned in administrative costs. All of these bureaucrats, all of this filing. Yes, it takes money to do that. It takes money to process these claims. It takes money to tell people about these many different programs. And what else happens? These people don't know what they're eligible for. Think about how much is out there that people are eligible for that they do not get. Then there's a third point. GOP always likes to talk about how we can't give people welfare. You can't give poor people some financial help. They're not going to work anymore. They're just going to live off of welfare. You know what they miss? Because of them, these welfare programs phase out so quick that if somebody gets a job, they're punished for it. Their welfare benefits are stripped away, so much so that sometimes they're less poor staying on poverty than getting a job. Is the solution to that to claw away the little few benefits that they're living on? No! The solution is to not claw it away. Or claw it away more slowly, my God. So what is the solution? The solution is simple. Take these programs, take this money we're already spending and consolidate it into a unified system. 4 programs, 5 programs, hell, a dozen programs, not 80 plus. And focus on giving people cash. Because here's the thing. Everybody wants to say, no, don't give them cash. Don't give them cash. They're going to use it on drugs. Because for some reason, every single poor person in this country, they get money. They don't buy food. They just starve. They're all starving. They're all homeless. They spend all their money on drugs, apparently. Well, guess what? We've researched this. We've researched the idea of giving people a basic income. And what do you find? Consistently, all over the world, when you give people money, they spend it on normal things. They spend it on rent. They spend it on diapers. They spend it on their electricity bill. Maybe sometimes they buy a new iPhone case, but my God, people are not spending all of this cash on cigarettes and alcohol. And even the small share they might spend on the wrong things is still smaller than the administrative cost of trying to give them every single one of their necessities. Cash works.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's continue the video.
Why are landlords allowed to raise your rent from year to year by $400? I've been living in Massachusetts for 5 years now. And in 5 years, my rent has went up about $1,500 or almost $2,000. Why is it legal for people to raise the rent that much? We don't even get raises that high. I'm just trying to understand, when is something going to be done so that they can stop these predatory landlords from raising rent ridiculous amounts of prices. If you live in Massachusetts and this is happening to you, let me know what kind of things that you're doing, because I've never in my whole 34 years of life since I started paying rent, which is when I was 20 years old, has rent gone up this much. It used to be $50, $100, but now they just straight walling. They straight walling, acting like Jobs is giving out raises left and right. It's not like that. So please explain to me, why is this legal?
How is that legal whatsoever? A $400 price increase. For what? How are landlords able to do that? We need rent control on a very large scale. Serious rent controls. $400. Year after year, another 400, another 400. And you stay in a place and you pay these high rent prices for what?
So I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot believe how expensive groceries have gotten. Like, I just went grocery shopping and I got 4 bags of food, which honestly, like, none of it was like overly important. I spent like close to $100. I don't know, like, I was looking at some of the prices and almost everything has doubled in price. And I noticed that, at least at ShopRite, when they put something and was on sale, it was literally like 20 cents when it's normally like half off. Like, I can't afford to eat anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. I was literally picking like the cheapest things I could possibly find, and even then, like, they were so expensive. Like, I can't believe it. Like, how are we supposed to live when gas is almost $5 where I am, and then food is so ungodly expensive? Like, it's really come down to the point where I could eat cheaper at like McDonald's every single day than go get groceries. This is disgusting and it has to stop, because we're not, like, most of us aren't going to be able to like afford to eat anymore.
I feel so bad for the new generation of kids that are growing up today. All right, let me just tell you my day. I went to the movies. It used to be $5 a ticket. I paid $20 just for one ticket, right? That used to be able to fill up my gas tank. I had to get gas after the movies, $70. Unfucking believable. Then afterwards, right, I had to go grocery shopping. I remember when I was a kid, we used to fill up the entire cart of like snacks and drinks and shit. It used to be like $200 for a full cart. I got 3 items. I had to give them the deed to my fucking house. Unreal. I feel so bad for these kids.
If you really think about it, this generation is so cooked. We are so filled with instant gratification, and we're so used to everything being like right there in our fingertips. Amazon delivers the same day or the next day. Fast food has food like that. We have access to everything on our phone. It's literally in our pockets or in our hands. There's just no realistic time frame for success now. People think that they're going to make one video and go viral the next day. They think that you're going to start streaming and you're going to have thousands of viewers the next day. It doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. It takes time to create an audience, and it takes time to build a successful business. And that's what these generations, mine included, are not going to understand. Now, really think of the mental toll that can bring to somebody. Like, that's the whole purpose of this video. It's like when you see you're not getting that success, your mental health starts to deteriorate. If you start to understand that all these things take time, you're going to fall in love with the process and enjoy every video, every stream, every business opportunity you start. It takes time. Relax. You're going to get where you want to get. It's just not going to be the next day.
Don't worry about where I am. I feel like this millennial versus Gen Z beef is bullshit and really emblematic of where millennials are economically as opposed to our parents' generation. Because the things that we have to lord over Gen Z is fairly pathetic, if I'm being honest. Like, if you remember during the economic clash, the 2010s, like that, like, nouveau, social media's new, all that era. The 2010s especially, like, they were blaming us for, like, wrecking the diamond industry because we couldn't afford them. And simultaneously that we ate a lot of avocado toast. We were the first generation of forever roommates and coming back home after college because there was no economic, advancement after college and stuff like that. Because generations prior had bought everything that they could and then pulled the rug from under us. So when we talk about our looks and looking younger than Gen Z, millennials aren't doing it like their parents did because they can't. We look good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm 34 years old, but none of us are 18.
Your 30s are a reflection of your 20s, all right, guys? Hear me out. I had an uncle, guys, when I was 21. He told me about his come up and what he's doing in life and what he did in life to be able to get to a certain level of wealth. He was a bank manager from 23 to 25. He was partying on the weekends. He was still saving money though. At 25, he realized, I can't keep living like this. I'm wasting time. I'm 25 years old. Yes, I'm doing good financially, but what am I going to do to be able to retire, right? So he started businesses, multiple, businesses, and he opened up a pizza restaurant, notably that I remember, in the Gaslamp district in San Diego. And if you guys don't know San Diego or SoCal, the Gaslamp district in San Diego is where a lot of people go to party and have a good time. He started very young, guys. He was 25 years old when he started his business, started investing into multiple businesses. And honestly, I asked him, do you have one regret? And he told me, I only have one, that I didn't start younger. I did so much in 55 years, etc. What would I have done if I started at 21? All that to say this. How many of us guys spend our time partying on the weekends, going out, doing whatever, right? Me personally, I decided to take that information and spent all my 20s, I would say maybe 90% of my 20s, being late to parties, not going out, just trying to figure out how I'm going to pretty much replicate the story he told me that he inspired me with. I started cutting hair out of a friend's house, started doing house calls at 24 years old, and at 31, I own 2 barbershops right now. In the next 12-month period, I'm hoping to open up 2 more barbershops, and I plan to have 4, and then maybe expand into different areas of the beauty industry. I'm 31 now, guys. It took me 7 years to kind of get to that point where I finally settled down, and I can't help but think, what if I would have opened my first barbershop at 25 or 26? I'm here now, guys, and there's nothing wrong with doing what you're doing, and it's never too late, right? But I guess what I'm trying to encourage you guys with, or I'm trying to motivate you guys with, is a lot of people think that your 20s are your last time to live life and party or vacation or live in another country or go to another state or another city. But why not establish yourself young in your 20s and party for the rest of your life or vacation for the rest of your life? That's the one piece of advice he gave me, and I want to give to you guys. Don't party all your 20s and struggle when you're older, right? He said this: you either struggle when you're young and you don't party in your 20s, you try to figure it out, guys. You try to figure it out for 10 years, and you're set for the rest of your life. You can vacation, you go out and party, do whatever from 30 to 80, 30 to 90, or really think about how many people you know that are older that don't got life figured out still, and ask them what they did in their 20s, ask them what they did in their 30s even, and when they're 50, 60 and they're barely making rent, being able to pay mortgage, and they're struggling to figure out how they're going to retire, ask them how they lived when they were young.
I 100% agree with this guy. He thinks exactly like me. I am in my mid-20s right now, right? And I am putting in that work right now so that in 10 years, I can be able to live a beautiful life, that I can be set for the rest of my life. He is absolutely spot on. Work while you're young, put in extra work, grind, and then have a very nice life. That's it.
I don't care who's responsible for the bills, the woman, the man, if you're paying it by yourself, blah, blah, blah. We shouldn't even have to pay bills every month. I really think that's crazy. Why do we have to pay bills every month? So when it's our birthday month, we can't get a break, nothing? The holidays roll around and we still gotta, could we get a moment to breathe? Could we get a moment to breathe? It's ridiculous. Every time you turn around, they always begging. I thought I was in need of money desperately. Y'all really be losing me.
Another financial transparency post, my investing portfolio, my Roth and my 401k in January 2024 started at $23,000, you guys. It is the end of December 2024, and my portfolio is currently at $48,000. My Roth IRA returned 47% this year. My 401k returned around 30% this year. I only put in an additional $3,000 towards my Roth IRA this year. I did not max it out. That was not my goal this year. Last year I did max it out, and the year before. My 401k gets 10% of my income, and I kind of fluctuated with that depending on what I wanted my take home pay to look like. But you guys, my money did more in the market than it would have done anywhere else. I could not have just put my money somewhere, let it go in a ETF, and it returned 40%, I'm sorry. The S&P 500 only went up around 25 to 28% so far this year. The year ends in a few days. Like, if you're not investing, you should start investing. And I'm not saying like to follow people and be like, oh, I'm going to follow their exact portfolios. I'm not here to give that advice. I'm just here to say research investing. Like, let that be a 2025 thing, because literally my money went up 50%, like on average. Well, let's average to 30 to 40, like around 35% with me doing nothing but just letting it sit and invest. And 401ks are such a sneaky way, a sneaky, easy, simple way to like build your wealth. Like, my 401k is sitting at approximately, as of right now, $27,600, and then my Roth IRA is like 18,000 whatever to get me to the, what is it, the 48,000 amount. Like growth, your contribution, and then if your employer matches it, like, you'll just see so much growth in your 401k naturally. And it's like something that's not a headache, that's just in the back of your mind. Also, my health savings account snuck up on me too, because I wasn't really going to the doctors, but I'm going to the doctors right now, so that's like adding up. But my health savings account is currently is right at $2,000, and I think that's crazy. But it's about to go down because I've signed up for like so many end of year doctor appointments. By the way, your health savings account rolls over. Your health savings account can also be invested. So my health savings account is invested in like the S&P 500, just so it's not sitting there collecting dust, you know? So it's definitely another retirement strategy to consider. But yeah, all I'm saying is if you're not invested, you should get invested this year.
Yeah.
You got any spare change?
No, I don't have spare change. I only keep bills.
I'll take bills too.
Oh, great. Light bill due on the 15th.
Can we normalize like not wanting to be an entrepreneur or something? Like, I hustle so that I don't have to hustle. Like, it is my dream to just get into a stable company and then just like chill there. My parents are always like, oh my gosh, as long as you work for someone else, you'll never truly be free. And I'm like, what if I don't want to be free? And then I see a lot of like TikTok videos talking with people like, this is your sign to quit your 9 to 5 and then like, you know, start your own jewelry business. And I'm like, no, I don't want to think. Like, I can't even drive because I don't want to think. I just want to just do my stuff, log off, and then go live my life, whether that's lying in bed or like crocheting. Like, I'll do what I have to do well. Like, don't get me wrong. I could never be the CEO, but I would be a pretty good like right-hand woman, you know? And I feel like that should be okay. Like, I know my personality. I don't want to make big decisions. That's scary.
Maturing is realizing that I'm broke if my checking account is at $10 and my savings account is at $3,000. Especially if I don't need it. I can't even go in there. I'm broke.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.